Bro, you have a bunch of kids that are 15, 16, 17 years old making a lot of money, making 10, 20, 30K a month 100%. Without the school system. So this tells me that I don't need to go to school to make money. Mm-hmm. Yes, you might still need to go to school for certain fields. For example, like if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be, I don't know, like a doctor or a teacher. Like, yeah, you still need to go through the school system. But if you want to make money, school, you don't need to go to school to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, again, it's not going back to the point. Even school, right? I would even go as far as saying, and I think we wanted to dive into this a bit later, but I'll just say it now: trade, right?
Yeah.
There's different nowadays. I feel like, again, our parents, it's very traditional, like medical school, engineering, accountant, all that. But when you really look at the numbers, right? People who do trade doing pretty well.
Facts.
So again, like I
but you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think personally, I feel like, cause why is it like, people are so into, getting a degree and stuff like that. I feel like
honor. It's more like
honor.
It comes from that. It comes from like
prestige. Like, I went to Harvard University. Look at my diploma. Like, that's cool and all, but like when you graduating with 50K debt and you're only making 80K a year, the dude that you laughing at, I went to trade school, only spent 2 years, no debt, and he's making 120K a year. Like, who's really winning here?
And wallahi, I've spoken with people who've done trade, and I've spoken with a few people who've done trade, and honestly, it is his job where you need to get your hands dirty and you need to 100%. And it's not your typical office, little matcha latte, go in and greet people. It's not that. Obviously, you're in the field. You're out there to make money. You also got to take care of your own marketing. You got to put yourself out there. It's basically entrepreneurship.
For sure.
So I've spoken to a few people, and wallahi, that they are doing very well for themselves. I'm talking like over six figures and relatively quick.
You see the difference between trade and school, and traditional school or whatnot is that. Trade gets you ready for the workforce. It cuts out all the bullshit, right? It cuts out all the the electives and the like, yo, you want to be a plumber?
Yeah.
You got 2 years. Everything that you need to learn about being a plumber is right here.
It's right there.
You're going to do it intensive 2 years, and then you go into the workforce. They don't waste your time with these weird electives. Like yo, I went to when I was in college, right? Was it college? No, university. I was in university. I had this program called Women on the Move. I'm like, yo, what is Women on the Move, bro? Like, why am I in this class, Women on the Move? It was like a feminism class. That's cool. Feminism's not gonna pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had all these like Christian theology, like
stuff that.
Like, what am I gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? I remember I would do it. This is when I knew that school was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is when actually, no, my fault. The Women on the Move course was when I was in college, right? My parents don't know this, but I was actually on academic probation in college. Because the thing is, the other problem with school is that there's no inspiration to go to school, bro. Like, I went to school to chill. Literally, I went to school to chill. I went to school, like, I promise you, Muhammad, I did everything in my power. I said, like, yo, I'm being class. I'm going to do what I got to do. But I couldn't do it, but I'll go to the CAF, see my people's like, yo, what you saying? And then I'll go to the MSA, and then yo, salaam alaikum, and then be like, yo, shouldn't you be going to class? Yo, don't worry about all that. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll get up, go to class, and I'll be like, yeah, bro, let me just go back to the MSA, salaam alaikum. You know what I'm saying? So like, and this is how I knew that school was bullshit, because I was in college, right? I was on academic probation, whatever. I had to fix up, blah, blah, blah. And I had these core courses, right? I had these core courses, and then had these weird electives that I didn't need. That had nothing to do with what I was zero, you know what I'm saying?
Relevancy.
Wallahi, it was crazy. And then when I made it to university, I said, I bet, we in the big leagues now. You feel me? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to focus straight on my field. Yo, university is just college on steroids, bro.
100%.
Like, you still got to freaking weird elective that has nothing, like weird, like you have to, like, there's classes that you for certain classes you need a certain amount of credits just to graduate. So what people do is they'll take the easiest electives to boost their mark up or boost their grade up so that they can get the credit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like, so this one I knew, like, yeah, this ain't it for me. Because I remember I had this one class, right? It was a literature class, some weird nonsense. Another elective that no business taking. Bro, it was a 6 p.m. class, right? It was an evening class, 6 to 8.
Crazy.
Right? So I went in the class, right? And the dude is talking, talking. I'm sitting there, I'm like, The whole time he's talking in my head, I'm like, bro, what the hell am I doing here?
What are you doing?
You
start questioning.
You start questioning it, like, my nigga, what am I doing here, bro?
7 p.m. and of course learning about
literature, like William Shakespeare. What is he gonna do? He's dead. Like I got other things to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, wallahi, I swear, at that moment, I made my decision. I said, yeah, this is the last time I'm going to school. I left school. I dropped out of school in, 2017. 2017 is when I dropped out. I said, after this, I'm never going to school ever again. This is just, I don't care what my parents say. Yeah. So I dropped out of school. I started working. I was putting a hella hours. You know what I was doing? 2-3 jobs, hella hours. I moved out of my crib. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This whole time, my dad thought I was still in school.
He thought he was doing an MBA.
He thought I was doing an MBA.
His father thought he was doing not a bachelor's degree, not a master's, a whole MBA.
Hey, Dad, I apologize, but I was not doing no MBA, bro. I don't know where he got that idea. Like, bro, I was in human relations, bro. What MBA? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I was so they didn't know that I was, I was like living by myself. Well, they knew I was living by myself, right? But they didn't know that I was in school, right? Yeah. And I remember one time, my dad called me, he's like, yo, how was school? And I just broke it out and I said, yo, Pops, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I dropped out like 3 years ago. Yo, why did you drop out? Then I gave him the breakdown. I told him, like, yo, Daddy, like, I'm in school for nothing. I'm spending all this money, spending all my time. Forget the money. Money comes and goes, but the time, you're not gonna get that back.
Time is valuable.
You're not gonna get that back. So I told him, like, yo, Daddy, how would you feel if I told you that I'm in a better position right now than the people that are in school right now? All my friends are in school right now. 100%. They graduating 100%. And they have hella debt. 100%. I have zero debt.
True.
I have zero debt. So everything that I'm making is a surplus. True. You feel me? Yeah. And like another point that we want to dive into like the salary, because right now, like let's keep it 100. Like the salaries aren't really increasing for the jobs. When
you take into account the inflation rate, right, and everything is getting more and more expensive. Rent is increasing. Groceries are increasing. You feel it at the pump. Like it's
heavy.
Things are going up, right?
You know what I'm saying?
So obviously salaries don't. You hit a salary cap.
Yeah.
You always hit a salary cap.
Yeah.
There's a moment where like your corporate company or whatever is gonna tell you, listen, man, this is a cap.
You're not gonna. They think the CEO is gonna pay you more than him. Of course not. You know what I'm saying?
So like when you take all these factors into account, that's what really, even me I come from a tech background, and honestly, when I went into the job field, when I went to the workforce, I seen people who did not have a degree with, like, they had 0 degrees self-taught. Like, they checked some videos online, took some courses, got a diploma online, and then we were working same position, same range.
Only difference is that X person X has
debt and
X person B doesn't.
Literally
making the same salary.
Literally. So that's when it really hit me. Yep. I remember one day, it must have been the first week, and we're talking about, how the first week you're introducing yourself to everybody. Like, hey, yo, where you from? Or you come from what university? And this guy was like, nah, man, I dropped out when I was in SAGEP, right? And then he was like, after that, I did a few jobs, but I was doing stuff more in I had my little portfolio. I was working on my little projects. And from there, I landed this job, and I'm like, wait a minute. What? They made me go through an entire 4 or 5 years of education to end up at the same place where. So then I was like, yo, like this whole thing is, especially for certain fields. Again, when it comes to certain fields, like for example, being a doctor, when it comes to being a lawyer, I'm not trying to get a doctor who had an online class. You know what I mean? So like certain professions still require, being there in person and registering and enrolling for the course. But like most jobs don't necessarily, even Google, even those big tech companies, nowadays they don't even require education.
But
damn.
God damn.
Some fire going on.
But even yo, we in the hood, bro. But even those courses, right? Even those not those courses, but those fields in which you need school, like you still need. Even those courses, they still have electives. Like, but like, bro, why can't school just be designed to? Okay, you want to be a teacher? This is everything that you need to be a teacher is here. This is what you gotta learn, right? I don't want to learn Christian theology or Art Romeo and Juliet. I don't want to learn that. I want to learn what is it that I gotta do.
At the end of the day, it's a business. University is a business. It's not here for your future, as they make it seem like. They're here to make money, as much money as they can, and that's it. It doesn't go past beyond making money. That's their end goal at the end of the day. It's I think they don't even pay taxes, if I'm not mistaken. Universities
do they pay? I don't even know about that.
I've heard somewhere we don't pay taxes. And again, they have, because universities, by the way, get investments from like rich folks from the Middle East for like certain. I was going through some articles. And I was like, yo, like universities are really caking. Like people are looking at those big tech firms and stuff. Look at education. Look how much university. Look how much Harvard or Cambridge made last year. You know. So at the end of the day, it's really a business. You know.
But you know what I think?
Yeah.
We talked about this a lot, actually. I feel like the direction that school is gonna take, like, I feel like the schooling system is gonna change, like, because it can't. Because people are starting to wake up now. People are starting to realize, like, yo, I don't need to go to school to make money.